Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Now, silver prices have been appreciating at pretty rapid paces recently, much higher than it usually does at a normal level or a normal pace. So I definitely think there could be a correction coming in the next few days to a couple of weeks. And if a correction does happen, I want to make this video to just kind of educate people on how the markets work and why not to be too worried about it. When corrections happen, a lot of people get a little worrisome and they start panicking, usually resulting to panic selling. And this is definitely what you don't want to do. Panic selling is when you're investing into something and the price starts dropping, usually from a correction or a small dip when people start capitalizing and selling some of their profits off, and it shoots the market down a little bit. But corrections are healthy. It's not healthy if the price just keeps going up, up, up. There has to be some pullbacks. And when a pullback occurs, you don't want to be one of those people on the short end of the stick, panic selling and selling all your silver, and then the prices rise again, which you just definitely wasted all of those potential profits you could have gained. And that's from emotional attachment into the market, also a lack of knowledge, understanding how markets work. So I think it's really informational and definitely it's something I want to talk about, and I want you guys to also discuss and just be aware of, because I know a lot of people are new investors. So many people have been coming into the world of precious metals lately as prices have been rising and as gold and silver have been in the spotlight, intriguing a lot of new people that normally wouldn't be investing into anything. And a lot of people came over from stocks because there's so much stock market volatility. Some people are coming in just for some type of safe haven investment as US-China trade wars, are becoming, still on sketchy terms, not really resolved yet. Some people are coming in just for, a sense of wealth preservation, or maybe people are just hearing from media covering precious metals that silver is a smart investment. Regardless of how you come into this market, a lot of people still aren't informed and don't really understand how the markets work. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to buy silver, but it definitely can be a little complex when it comes to how are you going to be stacking, which directions you're going to go. Are you going to be quick flipping your coins? Are you going to be holding on for the long term? Are you going to be more of a bullion stacker? Are you going to dive into other types of silver, whether it's constitutional silver, whether it's poured bars, semi-numismatic coins? There's various branches you can take and different alleys you can go down. But I think that once beginners start coming into the market, it's definitely safer to just start with bullion. Just buy your American Eagles, buy your generic rounds, stick with stuff that is low, have low premiums, low over spot, lowering your dollar per cost average, where you can accumulate a lot of silver for cheap, and go from there. But and if you want more information on that, I've made tons of videos talking about the best silver for beginners, all that stuff when it comes to buying and selling, where to buy, how to buy, what prices to buy, where to buy from, what prices to sell, how to sell your silver, all that. I've made tons of videos, but this video is not talking about that. We're talking right now more from a sense of panic selling and how to put a safety net in front of your stack so you can protect yourself, especially when there's a lot of emotional attachment. All of us are obviously rooting for higher silver prices, but they don't happen overnight. The silver market's a lot slower of a market compared to cryptocurrency. Precious metals are a slower moving, gradually appreciating market. It's not as quick paced as stocks and crypto. So you're not going to be making, you're not going to be tripling your money overnight. It's not something where you have to watch the prices every day. Spot price is pretty much irrelevant to some extent over the next couple weeks and months, because it's going to go up and down. As long as the in the bigger picture, as long as the overall chart over the next couple of years is slowly moving upwards, then that's a good sign. Now, if silver does go back down to $18 in the next couple weeks or months, that's not meaning it's going to crash. It doesn't mean you should sell all your silver. It doesn't mean you wasted your money. It just means right now it's correcting. That means there's a pullback, and that only is a more opportunity to buy more silver for cheaper, because right now people are paying $19-20 for an ounce, for 1 ounce American Eagle, when a couple months ago you could get an American Eagle for $15. Now think about how much that $5 will add up over time, especially if you're buying hundreds, if not thousands of ounces. That's tons of money you could have saved. So if a pullback does occur, this will allow you to get into the market when it's been cheaper. Now, I also want to go into timing and patience, because if a pullback does occur, and most likely it will, I don't know to what extent, there's some resistance and support levels we'll have to be observing over the next couple of days. But regardless if that happens, if you are a little uncomfortable paying these high prices right now, and you missed out on $15 silver, I would just hold off right now and see what happens. Because if a correction does occur and you can get your silver for $17, $18 an ounce, then that would definitely save you a lot of money and make your stack a lot more profitable with a lot more potential in the future. So I'm curious what you guys are doing. What's your game plan? Do you guys think a correction is going to be occurring over the next couple weeks, and to what extent will the correction take place at? Or is the price going to keep rising in your opinion? And if it is going to keep rising, what price will it top out at? And if it does, where do you think this is going to be affecting the metals market for gold as well, but also not only for that, for people, for newer investors? I know people are always going to buy silver no matter what price it is, because there is a lot of value in it, and the more attention a market gets, or an investment gets, the more people are going to be coming in buying it because they don't have any. So a lot of people will be buying silver even when it gets up to the $25, $30 range. Now, yes, they could have saved a lot of money and purchased it when it's $15, but they weren't on board at that point. So they have to pay those premiums because, they're paying the cost for the lack of time, or, coming in later. And that's just how it works. A lot of people also could be capitalizing on some profits, selling their silver when it gets to that range. So the market's going to be having a lot of circulation, whether it's buying or selling, which is going to be good for the market regardless. But I'm curious where you guys are at with this. I'm right now, I'm holding off until the holidays, which actually will work out pretty perfect for me, because I'll be able to see the correction if there is a correction happening. Also, it will allow me to observe it from a standpoint to see whether spot price is high enough, or in a ballpark where I'm willing to pay. Also, getting the new 2020 coins that come out around Christmas time for cheaper prices, because there's so many holiday deals. So being patient will definitely pay off in the long run if you have that, if you have that, instinct in you. A lot of people want that instant gratification. They can't wait a couple months to get their silver, and that the patience comes over time. When you're a more experienced stacker, when you've already, seen pretty much every coin, and that addiction, that first, honeymoon phase of silver stacking kind of fades, then you have more patience and you can think more logically on how to direct your stack. When you're a beginner, you just want to buy silver now, and everything's so exciting. You've never seen what a panda looks like in person or something, so you want it right then, and you want to accumulate a lot of silver because you feel like everyone else is past you by so much, because everyone else has these full stack videos, and you kind of feel left out, so you want to catch up, which is totally understandable. But just be careful when you do that, because impulse buying is just as dangerous as panic selling. I've made videos on both of those topics and how to avoid that as well. I recommend buying in increments, also keeping a pulse on the markets over time, just so you can save yourself from making some irrational mistakes, because in the beginning phase, it's definitely easy to make mistakes, especially when you don't know which types of silver or which direction you want to go in the stacking world. There's so many different directions to go. So I've basically made videos on all the topics that I've mentioned in this video. If you just want to scroll back through, you can see I've made videos about pretty much covering every single topic in the precious metals world. I have like 500 videos on my channel. I've been making videos for 3-4 years on this channel now. So I'm sure that whatever your question is, I've talked about it and answered it in one video somewhere on my channel within the last 4 years. Right now, I definitely want to update you guys with what's happening in the world of precious metals, since there's so much news from political standpoints, U.S.-China trade wars, stock market volatility, and so many things happening. Hong Kong, the whole thing with that situation as well. Fed rates getting cut. So many different things happening right now that are affecting precious metals and influencing the prices. And right now, it really does seem like the perfect storm for precious metals to take off and start rallying. But don't be surprised or taken off guard if there is a correction coming. It just means a chance to start purchasing your silver for a little cheaper. If if you missed out on those opportunities earlier this year. But anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button. Liking these videos helps my channel out a lot. I do appreciate all the support on this channel. It's been overwhelming. I'm going to keep making content for you guys, keep pumping out stuff, keeping you guys informed, and also allowing the beginners to get the inside scoop on how to start your stacking journey a safe and profitable way. So I do appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe. I post daily videos. I posted another video earlier today, so go check that out as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys soon. Peace.